Have you ever dreamed of becoming a professional wrestler? Let the Bluff City Wrestling Academy help you achieve your dream. Learn mat skills, techniques, psychology, and how to be a true professional wrestler. Email us at bluffcitypromotions1077@gmail.com or call us at 731-443-0221. Bluff City Wrestling Academy. Your dreams begin today.
Follow us on our social media pages. Bluff City Wrestling. That's Facebook at Bluff City Wrestling and on YouTube at Bluff City Wrestling 8526. Bluff City Wrestling is bringing old school wrestling to a town near you.
This edition of Bluff City Wrestling brought to you by 98.1 The Max, Midtown Auto Works, Pro Shingle Roofing, and The Husbands.
With that bullwhip at hand as always, and once again we are graced with the presence of Big Lou Winston out here with another one of his clients. Yeah, I don't know if that's great or not. You know, just right down the road down here at 98.1 The Max is where Johnny Boston and George got it. Right down the road a few months ago.
Come on!
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent this afternoon, Solomon Hyde. Tell you what, you want to talk about a change? Solomon Hyde has done a 360 change. Ever since he's woo, watch out. Ever since he, yeah, you got your mouth. Had that bullwhip going there. Soon as Solomon hits the ring, he's gone. Smart move, so good.
Can you go back to the microphone?
Solomon Hyde is a monster.
When you go back
A monster with a changed heart, I would say. Well, maybe not heart, maybe soul. Mind, something. Changed everything. Wait for the referee signal to start this match. Waiting for Bullwhip to dispose of that Bullwhip.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Big Lou, you know what's going to happen. Yeah, we're going to ring the bell. Here we go. Woo. Yeah. There we go. Solomon Hyde right here. This match is now official here. Here we go. Both men in the ring. Got it going.
Hey, you see him pulling his hair. He's pulling his hair.
Big Lou Hyde pulling his hair. Ow! Just hit him with a right hand. Did not face Solomon Hyde. Hit him with another big right hand. Ooh! Big slap chop. Ooh. Man, the big man into the ring post. Two little guys seeing eye to eye right here. Right, Solomon almost telling him. Neither one of them trying. Ooh! Boys. Oh, right hand. Come on. You know, there's nothing rules? Yeah, no. No such rules when it comes to Big Lou Winston and his opponents. Solomon bullwhip up, slams him down, big, massive body slam. Bullwhip rolls out. Solomon now looking over at Big Lou. Big Lou wants no part of Solomon Hyde. When I took him thing out. I did not blame him there. Solomon is completely unhinged. Bullwhip trying to get in. Solomon's going to go over and meet him right quick. Big Lou back out here with that ball. He's antagonizing the fans. Big Lou, as he makes his count. Bullwhip slides in. All right.
Bullwhip's back at it. Here we
So the
go.
back. Ready to go now. Big collar elbow tie up. Bullwhip turns Solomon around into the corner. Pulls him out. Looks like he may go for a suplex.
Suplex up.
Big suplex.
That's a lot of weight going over right there.
It's a 2 count.
That's only what?
A 2 count.
Tell you what, right here, I mean, that's a lot of weight to get over. And he got it over.
Hey, you need to learn how to count, bro.
Big Lou telling the ref to learn how to count. I mean,
Hey,
couple of kicks or whiplash and then boots right on his throat.
I'll do it, my job.
Putting the hell out of him.
Referee telling Bullwhip he was doing his job, which he was.
Stop that ref.
Grabs the hair of Solomon. Solomon comes with a slap to the gut and then a big headbutt delivered to Bullwhip's dome.
Kind of rocked that big man. Oh, shoulder block. Out.
On the way for the cover. Just a 2 count.
Tell you what, this is good enough for the ages out here.
hey.
Oh, big uppercut, Solomon Hyde. I tell you what, he has got to wrestle in the building. They are tall.
Gets it across the mat. Clothesline there to the chest of Solomon.
He kicked out right there too. Tell you
He
what,
went for that would you call that a crucifix kick?
I
Both
guess that
hands
was
draped across the chest.
coming in. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And now Solomon just sits up and looks at Bullwhip.
Better get out of here. I'm speaking with some
Solomon goes back for the
They
throat.
not paying you.
Got him. Oh, low blow. I don't care if you're insane, sane, got half a brain. That hurts.
That hurts. Anything below the belt hurts.
That's rough.
And Big Lou had the referee's attention, which made Bullwhip able to get that play, and then Bullwhip delivers a standing drop kick. And that's kind of way down in the playbook of Bullwhip Valley. He delivered that crisp drop kick right to the chin of Solomon Hyde. Solomon trying to fight back a little bit here, and Bullwhip cuts him off. Now delivering big forearm shots to the chin of Solomon Hyde. Drapes his arm across that top rope. He's on it now.
Big Lou really not now paying attention to the match, more to the crowd.
Ooh, taking the
Bullwhip
referee
taking the
across the
referee
other
across,
side of the
telling him
ring,
to look at him.
pointing at his hands.
Hey,
Referee needs to turn back around and pay attention to his match man.
I think Bull was saying that they were over there taking pictures of his butt,
That's what I heard.
but I don't know how much truth there is to that.
Bullwhip puts the foot on the rope, breaks up that pinfall, goes to the eyes of Solomon Hyde. Now Bullwhip saying there's something wrong with his
Something
knee.
wrong with his knee. Yeah, I'll tell you what, something's wrong with his knee.
Got to make
Yeah.
sure he's still okay to continue this matchup. Solomon comes
Bull
over.
comes over. Solomon comes over. Ref's gonna push him away.
Yep.
I don't know what.
Referee backs him off.
Backs him off. Set him up for that. Got him right there. He wasn't. Big Lou Johnny over there talking. You know, we had that big fight out there at 98, won the max. Johnny and Bullwhip got into it. Watch out. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Bullwhip right to the back. Johnny got him. I thought it was going to be the payback for what happened at 98, won the max. Oh, Johnny hit him with a brick. I tell you what, there is no love lost between these two right here, I tell you. Come on, guys. Come on, bullwhip. Break it up now. Come on. Lou, get your guy. Lou, get your guy now. Johnny out here just talking to the fans. Let's go. That's enough.
Go ahead, buddy. Put it on the bull, Will.
You got this.
Put it
You
on
want
it.
something good? I'll give you something good.
That's enough. Come on. Drives him in to the turnbuckle. Oh, misses. Right there. Johnny coming back. Oh, right hand. Another right hand. Another right hand. Oh.
Drops bullwhip.
Got him up.
Getting up on the apron.
Up on the apron. Look at, oh, another right.
Come on, get down.
Big Lou up on the apron. Oh, over the top.
I got one. No.
Come on, Johnny, no. Oh, Johnny. Woo. Clocked him.
I ain't saying you
Got
asked
him.
for it, Lou.
Woo-hoo.
I tried to tell you to get down and stay off apron. That's what you get for getting involved. You got involved, Lou.
Tell you
That's
what
happens.
That one's,
You got involved,
Uh-oh.
Lou. Bullwhip, come on.
boy, got this hammer over here. Look, Johnny gonna tell you on the straight, tell him to come
You
on.
don't put your hands on me, boy. You keep your hands to yourself.
Tell you what.
Big Lou telling Johnny you don't put your hands on him.
You'll pay for that.
Big Lou made himself fair game when he got up on the apron of the ring.
Big Lou.
Hey,
Big Lou stepped up on the apron, put himself in harm.
Now Johnny here
I'll tell you what, Johnny holding his own right there.
That's right.
Stay in the
Mark this
ring.
territory.
Stay in the ring. Stay in the middle of the
Yeah,
ring.
he's one of the
Now
tough
they're
ones.
surrounding.
Uh-oh.
They're
Now
surrounding
Lee
Johnny.
gonna come over here and try to surround him. Lee gonna get hit again.
There's only so many.
Have you ever dreamed of becoming a professional wrestler? Let the Bluff City Wrestling Academy help you achieve your dream. Learn mat skills, techniques, psychology, and how to be a true professional wrestler. Email us at bluffcitypromotions1077@gmail.com or call us at 731-443-0221. Bluff City Wrestling Academy. Your dreams begin today.
Follow us on our social media pages. Bluff City Wrestling. That's Facebook at Bluff City Wrestling and on YouTube at Bluff City Wrestling 8526. Bluff City Wrestling is bringing old school wrestling to a town near you.
This edition of Bluff City Wrestling brought to you by 98.1 The Max, Midtown Auto Works, Pro Shingle Roofing, and The Husbands.
How many of you are familiar with my career at all? I figured now as old as I am, I'm before everyone's time. So you must. Thank you. I tried to have everything look sick. That's the object. But I just wanted to say first and foremost, everything I preached to you today, I am 100% guilty of. But that's how I learned. By having other old timers pull me aside and say, hey, what are you doing out there? And I'll give you a few examples as we go when it comes to my head. I really don't have a set routine or an outline of how I do this. I just wing it. When it comes there, you'll see me go off on a tangent. But I'll just tell you just a brief history. The guy who trained me, his name was Brad Rangers. How many of you, have any of you heard of Brad Rangers? He was a medalist in the Pan Am Games, and he was on 2 of our Olympic teams. And the second year he made the Olympic team, I think the whole world had him slated for taking the gold, but that was the year we boycotted the Olympics. But then Brad went in, I think he started in AWA for Vern Gagne, and then actually he started training people. He wasn't one of them wild, wacky characters or anything, but he was legit. He was a shooter. But most of his career, though, after that was in New Japan. He tagged with Masa Saito. So I learned a lot from Brad, and I'll tell you a lot of stuff he told me probably the first day of camp. But I couldn't think of a better person to train me. But I'll never forget the first day of camp, and he wasn't saying this to me for a job. Because first and foremost, professional wrestling is a business about making money. It's not about stroking our egos. Because how can you get an ego when we're out here, I hate to say it this way, but play fighting in our underwear? It's silly, right? But you got to think about it that way. This ain't about our egos. This is a business about making money. It's $1 billion industry. I want part of that billion. You want part of that billion? So always have a resume in your bag of who trained you, what companies you wrestled for. Have 8x10s, and we used to have VHS tapes, but you can have the little stick now with some of your work on it. But always have it with you, because you never know when you're going to run into someone. You can go, here, can you take a look at this? And it works for me. It's what grabbed Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert's attention. He brought me down to Memphis in 1990. So there was evidence it worked. I handed him my stuff, and he said, hey, you want to come down to Memphis? And I said, yeah. But, so always do that. But, like I said, it's more than just a job. I can't think of any other sport. I still like to call it a sport. You have to be an athlete to do this. That's tougher than this. Even, how many of you, any of you amateur wrestled? I did quite a few sports, and the toughest sport as far as conditioning was wrestling. But, so it's a tough grind. You gotta really want this and love it. And Brad told us, he says, anyone who does this for any significant amount of time is going to need surgeries. And I asked him to. I said, even if we stay in really good shape? He said, yes. He said, the human body isn't made for this. That's another reason why you've got to love this. And that's another reason I said, anyone who wants to do this for a living has to be a little off center. So, but yeah, I asked him, even if you stay in really good shape? He said, yeah, human body ain't made for this. He said, you're putting your body, every time you hit this mat, you're putting your body through a whole different kind of trauma. You guys know, you've taken bumps. I'll never forget the first time I had to take a back bump. It was the most unnatural thing. I can't even, I'm just like standing there going, do you want me to just jump and throw myself on my back? It's just not normal. But, and I'll never forget, it felt like it rattled every tooth out of my head and every bone in my body. But think about, I want you to think about that. Because we always talk about a tackle or a clothesline or whatever. Oh, it's just a small bump. No, a bump's a bump. When you think about it. When you're falling this fast and stopping instantly, you're putting your body through a whole different kind of trauma. So I just gonna say, if you want to get somewhere in this business, you got to love it. And I've had people ask me, so you have any advice for someone who wants to get in the business? First, I'd always tell them, go to college so you have something to fall back on. I never did. But now I tell them, yeah, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. You see a lot of people, you can tell. They right away think, instead of learning the fundamentals, they want to jump up to the top rope and learn a shooter or a moonsault. And that's not what this is about. Every promoter out there is seeing every move in the book. I think I did 3 or 4 moonsaults in my entire career. And after the last one, I said, there's 2,000 other guys doing it better than me. Why bother? Plus, it was just, did it mean anything? Did it change the context of the match? Not really. I mean, you can fit it into a match where it makes sense. But, so I just want to encourage you, keep in mind what moves you want to do over and over and over. Because a lot of guys who do moonsaults and shooting star presses end up with knee surgeries because you're taking it on your knees all the time. Me, early in my career, it was a top rope leg drop. 10 years later, middle rope. Later on, from the mat. But then I was also doing sit-out power bombs. And then the last 14, 15 years, I was doing that cradle pound driver. It turns out your hips don't like landing on, and your lower discs don't like landing on your butt all the time. So that got me 2 lower back surgeries and 2 hip replacements. So be choosy on what moves you're going to do over and over and over again. Because it will affect you down the road. But I'm going to keep reiterating, you've got to love this. What else did Brad tell us the first day of camp? There's so much. make each other look like $1 million. Every single time it will be a great match. But unfortunately, you're going to run into guys who are selfish. And the minute you sit down with them, right away they're going, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And it sucks. So whenever I ran into that, I'm thinking inside my head, well, it's going to be like pulling teeth to get a good match out of this guy, because all he cares about is himself. And then I've been tempted to say, you want to squash me in 3, I get paid the same. It's like, that's not the object. The object is to get the people to come back and buy another ticket and tell their friends, you got to see this. They come with, they're buying more tickets. Now we're all making more money together. That's the object of this business. And we do that because this business is all based on human emotion and psychology and getting them to want to come back. That's why in a match, you condition them for the finish throughout that whole match. You make them go, and if you do it right, you've either got them booing that heel out the building on the finish, or they're blowing the roof off of that baby face. And the finish is the most important part of the match. And nowadays, I saw it on our pay-per-view, I see it on our TV show, I see it everywhere. Everyone's working harder for a big false finish, that shocking kick out, so they all can go, which is overdone. It's become comedic. That's not the object. They're working harder for that false finish than they are for the finish. Great, you had it, great, they popped huge, they thought that was it, they bid on it, and it wasn't the finish. But how are they going to be on the finish? I've seen so many, TNA, big things, a cage match, big tag team title match. They had the place, they were blowing the roof off the place. I was watching, and I'm thinking, better take it home now. Take it home. They wouldn't, because they had this 6 false finish, 12-minute Japanese go home match. Well, that may be fine in Japan, but we're in the States. We've had generations of fans educated to a different type of psychology than over in Japan. So they had the people up here blowing the roof off the place. By the time they got to the finish, the fans were down here. When that happens, they may have thought they had the greatest match in the world. No one got hurt, every move came out perfect, but when you take them from here to here on the finish, you failed. It's that simple. The finish of the match is the most important part of the match. Like I said, they don't have to blow the roof out the building for the babyface. You can suck all the oxygen out of the building for that heel and get them pissed off. It just depends on what the business of the match is. But so there's a lot that's wrong on TV now, and I'm going to teach you a lot of things that you were probably taught differently. But I'll tell you this: everyone has a different trainer, everyone's taught differently, but eventually you fall into your own groove. And I'm not going to teach you the mechanics, but I like to teach psychology and what makes sense, and little tricks of the trade too. There's certain things that'll take you from looking indie-rific to professional. But I'll get more into as we go. But I want you all to pair off and put together a 5-minute match for me. And then we're all going to get in the ring and take turns. Everyone waiting their turn will be around the ring, and we're going to be like the fans to react with the wrestlers. But yeah, just put a 5-minute match together, and we'll all run through it. And we'll critique, and then I will go off on tangents on the way. So I'll give you about 10 minutes. Your opening shine wasn't much, and I think it was opposite. At the end of the match, you did the arm drags in your comeback. That should have been your That just means that was a planned spot and it's over. I got on the Jungle Boy about that. Finally, he's got to grab your hair to do it. You know what I mean? The head scissors, you know. But stepped off the line, it looked like it was coming in.
I've been
real
here.
high.